Take a look at this really cool picture. It's the world made out of circles, which is perfect for Unit 9, Video 3. Let's get started. Okay, vocab word for today, inscribed angle. You've heard me use the word inscribed before when we talk about one shape inside another shape. Well, now we're talking about an inscribed angle. Okay, an inscribed angle is an angle that meets up with the side of the circle. So the vertex is on the edge of the circle. So this angle right here is called our inscribed angle. And it forms an arc that's twice the degree as the angle itself. So if this were 50, this would be 100. Unlike yesterday's vocab word, central angle, where it was the same angle. So, the intercepted arc is twice the degree of the inscribed angle. So, this angle and this arc, this one is half the size of this one. Pretty easy, right? Okay, first problem, we have to find x. Okay? X is our inscribed angle. So notice the arc that it forms. It's 102 degrees. Well, what would that make this x value? Well, let's put a spot for our answer. Okay. Now, remember what I told you. This angle is half of this arc, or this arc is twice as big as this angle. So if we want to get x, we're going to have to take, if we want to get x, we're going to have to take 102 and divide it in half, which will give us 51 degrees. So that means that this angle is 51 degrees. So this inscribed angle will make an arc that's twice the size. So x has to be 51 degrees. Okay, problem number 2. Now we have to find x and y. So let's put a spot for our answer. Alright, so this can get a little confusing. There's so many lines, so many angles. So what I like to do is extend these chords so we can see which arc is really being formed. So I like to use a different color and extend the chords so that it's easier to see the angle and the arc that's formed. So right here, if this is 30 degrees, here's the arc that's formed. What arc would be formed? Well, remember it's twice as big, so that would have to make this twice the size, 60 degrees. Okay, so 30 times 2, 60. Okay, well let's take a look at y now. Here's angle y. So let's extend our chords. Okay, and then we can see here's the arc that's formed. Well, that arc is 98 degrees. So y is going to equal 98 degrees divided by 2. We have to cut it in half because the angle is half the arc. So half of 98 is 49 degrees. So there's our y, 49 degrees. Okay, last problem. We're going to need to solve for x. Okay, so let me put a spot for my answer. Okay, so we're looking for x, and this is our arc that will help us find x, and here's our angle. So I'm going to extend the chords that make up the angle, like so. Okay, so that makes it easier to see. Here's our arc that's formed by this angle. So if this right here is 71, what would this degree have to be? Are you thinking it would have to be twice that? Well, it would be. It would have to be 142 degrees, right? 71 times 2 will give us 142. So we know that this degree has to be the same as 142. So we're actually going to set up an equation. 4x minus 6 we know has to equal 142 degrees. So add 6 to both sides. We get 4x equals 148. Let's divide both sides by 4. And let me go ahead and do the division off to the side. 148 divided by 4 goes in 2 times. Goes in 3 times. So that'd be 12. 4 goes into 28 7 times. So we end up with 37. So x equals 37. Okay, so we'll practice in class working with inscribed angles. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day.